Hey guys, Paul again from Team Crit Hit. Back today with a deck profile. So, I know it's a bit late in the format, the meta, I know it's supposed to change with the XO1 and all the rest of it, but Josh has been wanting to do this deck profile for a while, so we'll let him do it. It's the black Eosmon deck he's been playing at locals quite a lot. He's been enjoying playing the deck. He came over to my house to do a deck profile. So yeah, this is this. I am sitting in the background, kind of weird, I don't know why, but I do pop my head in every now and then, a bit of a strange person that I am, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching guys. Give Josh some love, eh? Thanks.
Hey guys, it's Josh from Team Crit Hit here. Obviously Paul's in the background just over there, and today we are going to be focusing on a Eosmon Black deck list. But obviously before we start, I'd just like to mention our sponsors. If you want to drop down into the description, and all of their links will be down there, and all their discount codes will also be there as well. So obviously let's get started as normal with our level 3, well, with our babies. So we only play one baby, and it is a Sunamon. Now this can be any black egg really, it doesn't really matter what it is. So the only reason this egg is here is obviously you are going to hatch, and it's allowing you to play your black options cards more than anything else. So you never evolve over this or anything like that. Obviously if you do, then you're severely struggling. So moving on, we will go on to our level 3. So we are playing 4 copies of Morphemon. Now Morphemon is a card that came out, and it is the effectively Eosmon support. So it has it's 3k to drop, 0 to digivolve, and a 1k beta. But it does have the effect of, on deletion, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 Manoa Bellucci and 1 Digimon card with Eosmon in its name among them, and then to your hand, and then place the cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So obviously the most thing you're going to do is be playing this out and swinging with it. Obviously you want it to die, so obviously hitting options cards or Tamers isn't the best thing. You do want this to die so you can get that search more than anything else. So moving on, we are also playing, I think it's 3 copies of Chikurima. Now Chikurima, the main place you want this to be is in your security. So Chikurima has the ability of, in the security, at the end of the battle you trigger D-Digivolve 1 on your opponent's Digimon. So it's just quite nice. It's quite nice to disrupt things, especially things like Eosmon and stuff like that are swinging for multiple swings. Being able to D-Digivolve them and take them down to lower level 5s and stuff like that is always really nice. And also it just allows you to do some nice things. So moving on to our level 4s, we are playing 4 copies of the level 4 Eosmon. Now you'll notice in this deck there is a lot of Eosmons, because that's just how Eosmon goes. So Eosmon has a 4 cost to drop and a 2 cost to digivolve. So you're not really going to digivolve that much in this deck. You do tend to every now and again, but you don't that much. It tends to be hard plays. So it is a 4k, and on play you may play 1 white Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then your opponent may play 1 Tamer from their hand without paying its memory cost. So obviously yes, you are giving your opponent a Tamer if they do have one, but at the same time you are also gaining the Tamers, and their Tamers can also help you out later on. But it also has the insane ability of inherited. When attacking, you may play 1 white Tamer with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying its memory cost. So that way you're getting a free Tamer, just allowing you to come out as well like that. So moving on, we are playing 3 copies of Mechanorimon. Now Mechanorimon has saved my ass so many times in this game. Like just being able to have a blocker, especially with Eosmons, and being able to drop things. You are giving your opponent quite a lot of memory every now and again, so to stop them from rookie rushing you and stuff like that, playing Mechanorimon really does make them think twice, because they have to either get rid of Mechanorimon or whether they have to like play around it by digivolving up. So obviously it's a 4 cost to drop, a 3 cost to digivolve. It's a blocker, and obviously it can't attack, but it has, on your opponent's turn, when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, unsuspend it. So if you block a rookie, obviously you are then able to restand as long as you are killing that rookie. But with 6k, I don't really think there's no 6k rookies, is there? So obviously you should be okay. It's really, really nice. So moving on to our level 5s. we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 level 5 Eosmons. So the level 5 Eosmon is a 5k to drop, 3 to Digivolve, and a 6k beta. But it also has the ability of you can include up to 50 copies of this card in your deck. So obviously if you really wanted to, you could run a deck consisted of 50 of these, which is quite nice. I don't think anyone will. I might try it for a pauper tournament, just see what happens. And then obviously when attacking, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Eosmon from your hand without paying its memory cost. So if you have one of these out, you can swing and you're able to play another one, which then combos with Tamers such as Manoa and stuff like that, which we'll get into later. It also has the inherited of on your turn, this Digimon gains 1000 DP, which is quite nice. So obviously these are the main things that you're going to be using in your deck. Obviously you'll be dropping these and being able to swing with these to spam them out, get the board as wide as you possibly can. Now moving on to our level 6s, and our last Digimon in our deck is the 4 level 6 Eosmons. So these are A, it's very very nice art, and B, it's a 13 play cost, 5 to Digivolve from green or white, and is a 13k DP. It also has the ability of when Digivolving, for each Tamer in play you may place 1 level 5 or lower Eosmon from your trash on top to the top of this Digimon's Digivolution in any order, and if you place 2 or more with this effect, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon. So obviously you are able to just delete anything on board if you add 2 or more, which 9 times out of 10 you will be, because you have Tamers, and it's not just for your Tamers, it's for whatever your opponent has as well. So if you have 1 Tamer and they have 1 Tamer, it is able to put 2 underneath and pop something. It also has the ability of, for every 3 Digivolution cards underneath this, it gains security attack +1. So obviously if you manage to get a big stack underneath it, you can be swinging for security attack +1, +2. I don't think I've managed to get to security attack +3 yet with this, because obviously that requires a lot of things being in the trash. So moving on, so the reason that we play the black egg is obviously for the black options cards. So we are playing 3 copies of Cutting Edge, which is obviously the white option card for this, which is a 6 cost to play. You may play 1 level 5 or lower Eosmon from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less or equal to this effect. So not only are you able to play out an Eosmon for free, you're also able to pop something with lower DP. So obviously you have the level 5 or the level 4, so you have 6k or 4k. So being able to play them, obviously they do, the level 4 has the on-play effect and stuff like that as well. So being able to just play them and pop something else is really really nice, and does come up in security every now and again. Now the black options cards, we are playing 3 Ultimate Flare, which as far as I'm concerned is one of the best cards in the game. It's just nuts. Obviously it's an 8 cost, trigger D-Digivolve on one of your opponent's Digimon, so D-Digivolve 3, so you're getting rid of 3 on top, and then anything with a play cost of 3 or less gets deleted. So obviously if you are playing against Rookie Rush or something like that, that will completely wipe their board. You are able to, if a Jesmon hits this in security and hasn't played Delicate Plan, obviously you're able to send that right back down to a rookie and then it'll go. It's just a really really nice card, and obviously it does have the security of activate its main effect. So it is really really nice being able to just get rid of threats off the board. It is able to wipe the board as well at times. And moving on, we are playing 2 copies of Iron Fisted Onslaught. So this is the card that came with Gankumon, which has an 8 play cost, and the main is delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. So obviously if your opponent does have like 2 big megas out and they are exact same, playing this obviously will get rid of both of them. It is really really nice. Obviously it is sometimes a bit annoying when they do play some different things, like if they have a 3 cost rookie and a 4 cost rookie, obviously you'll get rid of the 4 cost, not the 3 cost. And obviously it does have the security of activate this main effect. So obviously all of these are hitting security, and it is very very nice if they are. Obviously you can also play them. Now the spicy things that we've added in for this deck is 2 Parabolic Junk. Now this is a 0 cost, and obviously it has the ability of main, when your Digimon gains on deletion, gain 2 memory until your opponent's next turn. So obviously this is mainly in here for the Morphomons and stuff like that, the things that I said obviously at the start, the ones that these ones. So when you are swinging with the Morphomons, obviously if you've played a Parabolic Junk, you're going to swing with this. Yes, you're going to delete it, because it's only on 1k. But being able to delete, search, and then gain 2 memory from parabolic junk as well is actually really, really nice. Because that's the one thing this deck does struggle with sometimes, is if it is memory starved, you are giving your opponent a lot of memory. Because obviously you are hard playing out level 5s or stuff like that, so you are giving them at least 4 memory, or you're playing an Iron Fisted Onslaught or something like that, you're giving your opponent quite a bit of memory every now and again. So obviously just being able to do it that way does really, really help if you're gaining that memory. And final 2 option cards is the final Zubamon Punch, which is really, really nice. Obviously it combos quite well with the level 6 Eosmon, so being able to play this obviously will put the level 6 Eosmon at 16k. Obviously it also then gives it blocker, reboot, and an extra security attack +1. So being able to just have that extra blocker, because obviously this deck doesn't run any blockers or anything like that, so being able to create a blocker on the level 6 is actually quite nice. So yeah, so that's all the options cards for this deck there. So moving on, we play a lot of Tamers. So first off, we play 4 copies of Manoa Bellucci. Now Manoa is actually a really, really fun Tamer. I actually think it's quite strong. So it has the start of your turn. You may have 2 or less memory. You set your memory to 3. So obviously it's a memory Tamer. It's quite nice being able to just start your turn at 3 every single time. And obviously you are able to play this out because it's a white Tamer with the level 4 Eosmon coming out and playing it that way. So you're able to play it for free. Obviously it also has the ability of when you play an Eosmon, you may suspend this Tamer to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 Tamer or 1 Digimon with Eosmon in its name to your hand, and then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So obviously it's a searcher as well, and it's not just a searcher for your Eosmons, it's a searcher for extra Tamers, things like that. Just being able to get that extra bit of value. Also, on your opponent's turn, while you have an Eosmon in play, your opponent's Tamers do not unsuspend. So obviously it's things like Mimi, things like that. Obviously when they're trying to rush you and stuff like that at the end, obviously being able to shut this down with the Manoa just by having an Eosmon out is actually really nice. They're not able to get that extra Digimon out or extra hatch for the extra draw, things like that. So just Manoa is a very, very nice card for this deck. Obviously moving on, we have 2 copies of Tai and Matt. Now Tai and Matt are very, very helpful in this deck because, like I said, if you get memory starved you can struggle sometimes. So being able to, if your opponent has a Mega, being able to get this out and have extra memory more than anything else. And like I said, it's a white Tamer, so you are able to pull them out with the level 4 Eosmons by, obviously, if you're hard playing them or if they're inherited, stuff like that. So being able to gain that extra memory is just really, really nice. So it has the ability of, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher in play, you gain 2 memory at the start of your turn. So obviously if you have both of them out, if they have a level 6 or higher, you're able to gain an extra 4 memory. And obviously if you do have Manoa out as well, you're able to go up to at least 5 or 7 or something like that if they do have more than 1 out. So it's really, really nice. And then finally, finishing off the deck, we are playing 2 copies of Takumi Aiba. Now Takumi is actually really nice in this deck because it stops you from being rushed again. Obviously you do have the Mechanorimons, but making it harder for them to swing, because obviously if they are going to lose a memory. So the way this works is on all turns, all level 3 Digimon gain when attacking lose 1 memory. So obviously it does affect your Morphomons as well, but at this point when you're playing the Takumis, you're not really going to be too fussed about swinging with Morphomons. You should hopefully have your board set up at that point. And it also has the ability of, on your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves, you may suspend this to trigger draw 1. So obviously it's allowing you to get extra draw, things like that. So if you do evolve the level 6 Eosmon, stuff like that, you are also able to tap the Takumi and draw the extra card, stuff like that. So yeah, so that's the deck list. Obviously, like I said, it's a white Tamer as well, so it can be played out by the level 4 Eosmon. So that's the deck list. I'd look forward to seeing what you guys think. So leave your comments or anything like that, or any ideas that you have to make this deck any better, because I do really like this deck and I do think Eosmon does definitely have a place somewhere in this meta. But we will have to see what happens, and I'd look forward to seeing what you guys think. Thank you very much, and don't forget to check out the links for our sponsors in the description.